I should be live on Facebook right now, broadcasting only to the members of the Free the Dream family community. By the way, now that I'm speaking to everybody that could potentially be receiving this piece of content, those of you who might be popping in live right now in the Facebook group for the Free the Dream family, those of you who are watching the replay inside of the Free the Dream family, and of course, those of you who are the true fans and the supporters of the work and the message I do in this world, the Audio Journal subscribers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. The title of today, as I told the Audio Journal subscribers before I went live here, the title today is This is Why I Have a Hate-Love Relationship with To-Do Lists. There are times when I'm like, listen, I don't want any to-do list. It's much simpler to just go through life asking myself, what are my priorities? What are my existing priorities at this stage of my life? And to just keep those priorities simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, extremely intelligent person. I want my life to remain relatively simple at times. Right now is one of those seasons where I kind of like simple. I kind of like the freedom that comes from simplicity, which is my life right now. There are benefits and drawbacks to any approach that you take to life. And the approach that I've taken to life right now has a lot of benefits and has some drawbacks. The benefit that I've taken right now, that my number one priority in my business is generating a minimum of $30,000 per month of recurring revenue from two mastermind groups that I facilitate called the Next Level Mastermind. I have an AM group that meets every Wednesday morning, a PM group that meets every Thursday evening, and right in line with serving those people so powerfully that getting a return on their investment is such a total non-brainer that they would want to continue on beyond their 1-year commitment. That's my vision. That's my dream. That's how I'm showing up in the world. That's my number one priority. And right up there alongside that is this thing that fits perfectly. It took me about 2 years to figure this out, but I have figured it out. That what fits perfectly is to create what's called the client creation method proposed by the Prosperous Coach book by Steve Chandler and Rich Litvin. Incredible book, transformed the way that I'm approaching this season of my life, and I love it. And that means that I am offering 90-minute one-on-one coaching experiences to give people the fullest experience, the fullest expression of what God created me to be in this world, at least in this season of my life. And that is a powerful 90-minute experience of my coaching. Like, it is incredibly powerful. And I'm so thrilled to have discovered this, to fully embrace it, and to focus on it as a significant high-level priority in my professional life. I offer these to my existing mastermind members. They love it beyond their wildest dreams. And I also offer those to existing one-on-one paid coaching clients. In alignment with having those two next level masterminds filled, I also like to have somewhere between 3 to 5 one-on-one paid coaching clients that have hired me for 3 months, 6 months, a year or more. And to get that I have this method. First of all, I use a modified version of this method for those who seek my coaching. So if they seek me out, if they apply for my coaching, if they ask me, hey, Cliff, can I pick your brain? I'd like to hire you. What does it look like? What offerings do you have? For those people, I have a very modified plan of this. It's still typically let's just say this. People have access to me through a single or multiple 90-minute coaching experiences before I can discern whether or not they're a good fit for either the Next Level Mastermind or one of my ongoing, very limited one-on-one coaching packages. That's a top priority. And to do that, and by the way, that's the modified approach for those who seek me out. Now, I'm also using the full extent of the Prosperous Coach client creation method approach, which is me connecting with people, starting conversations, genuinely being curious, not for the purpose of cold calling, not for the purpose of getting leads for my business, genuinely for the purpose of connecting with people, building relationships one person at a time, being curious about what's going on in their life, and seeing if I can't, through the margin in my life, through the free time that I have available, to just reach out and touch people where they are, and see if I can't just be a source of encouragement. And if God so brings someone into my path through that process that I feel like I could help in a pretty powerful way through one of my 90-minute coaching experiences, I may invite them in for a complimentary experience of my coaching. And then at the end of that, I'll discern whether or not I feel like, man, I really do feel like I could invest at least one more hour with them, or one more 90-minute session with them. And I give them some assignments to see if they're the type of people who are going to take actions. You see, I don't want to work with just dreamers. I want to work with action takers. And of course, I have no problem working with people who have dreams but have never taken action. But I want to know, are they able to respond to what I helped them experience in that first 90-minute coaching session? Are they able to respond to the kind of mindset shift that happened that has removed the obstacles that was standing in their way, and now will they take action? And I want to wait until the end of maybe a 2-week period before we jump into a second experience, oftentimes another 90-minute complimentary experience of my coaching. And then after that, if they've taken action, I'm impressed with who they are, what they're doing in this world, and feel like they genuinely would be a good fit, I will discern and determine whether or not I will propose to them at the end of that second call, which is kind of like, hey, would you like to know what it would look like for you and I to have an ongoing paid coaching relationship, either through my Next Level Mastermind or through one-on-one coaching? Would that be of interest to you? Not being tied at all to any sort of outcome. That this is not a sales funnel, although it very much looks, smells, and works like a sales funnel. More. It is so much more effective than any sales funnel I've ever seen from people before. But it's not the intent. It's not the only intent. It's a way for me to serve, not sell. But it's a way for me to discern, are there some people that I think would be beneficial, that what I'm offering in this season of my life, would this be powerful for them? And oh, by the way, that proposal could be one of my other things that I offer too. But what I just shared with you, that's number one in my life, in my business. Number two would be workshops, live events. That could be a variation of small group, between 1 to 30 people. Ideally 1 to 14 people here in the Next Level studio. It could be 1 to 6 people. There's a variation of these. And when I say 1 to, it's just that I don't know that I have spend an entire day with me. I'm pretty sure, I think the price right now is $15,000. You can come and spend an entire day with me here. Fly in the day before, we'll have dinner together. We'll spend an entire 9 to 5 day here in my studio, in the Next Level studio. And then afterwards, if you're not flying right out, we'll go out to dinner again, hang out. But that's $15K for one day. But then there are these live workshops where I host them here in the Next Level studio. And I can fit up to 14 participants. And I'm leaning towards higher cost, smaller groups. I'm all about focusing on small and going deeper. That's really where my heart is in this season of my life. And so that would be my secondary priority. And then third on my priority list would be this Free the Dream gathering that we have each year. And I hesitate to throw out the word conference for Free the Dream 2020, because it's Free the Dream 2020 is not going to look like Free the Dream 2018 or 2019. Free the Dream 2018 and Free the Dream 2019 was very much orchestrated and created to be a full-blown conference experience. And it was I think it's probably one of the top conference experiences you could have experienced. Free the Dream 2018, 2019. Yet for me, what I realized is that I still haven't learned what it takes to sell enough tickets to that event for it to be a profitable return on my investment. And in the first 2 years, it actually financially cost me a tremendous amount because of how much time, effort, and energy went into marketing that event at the expense of doing the most effective marketing for my number one priority. Actually, it wasn't. The Next Level Mastermind had shifted from my number one priority to the Free the Dream conference becoming my number one priority. And that's a whole nother problem that happened. I've talked about that many times for many of you. You've heard of this before. Some of you might be hearing this for the first time, but that's what happened. But Free the Dream 2020 is going to happen this year. Free the Dream 2020 is a priority in my business. It is my third priority. I am absolutely committed in my business to prioritizing existing clients through the Next Level Mastermind and my 3 to 5 one-on-one coaching clients. They are now and will be throughout the entire year of 2020, unless God gives me some kind of major shift again in my mindset and approach about what he wants me to do next. But for the foreseeable future, existing members of the AM group, PM group of the Next Level Masterminds, and also the one-on-one coaching clients that I do, they are my priority. Will always be my number one priority until that shifts. Live events, workshops, me with a small group of people, and I'm talking small group of people, not conference level people, not more than 50 people. I'm talking small workshops, as little as me and one person. Those are my secondary priority in my business. I know that the smaller the number of people that I'm invested in, the higher the investment that they make in what we're invested in, and the deeper I can go in those relationships, the more impact and influence I can have in their lives, and therefore the ripple effects will be even greater. However, I realize that in larger group settings, there are ripple effects as well. There is impact, there is influence, and so therefore, Free the Dream 2020 is still going to happen. I'm still going to pursue this thing. But Free the Dream 2020, I'm not going for 300. I'm not even going for 100. I'm not even going for more than, actually, that's not true. I am going for more than the 21 people who are currently registered. See, actually, 20 people purchased tickets to Free the Dream 2020 at last year's event. One more person purchased a ticket after Free the Dream 2020. And so there are 21 ticket sales to Free the Dream 2020. If those were the only 21 people who come to Free the Dream 2020, I will be satisfied with that. We will have an incredibly awesome experience that weekend. It will still be all day Friday. It will still be all day Saturday. It will still be the half day on Friday. It will be so intense, the level of connection and relationship building, and it will be the same messages that are delivered. Smaller number of speakers this year. However, more small group coaching experience on top of it. So that's the vision going into this. It's really exciting. I want to say that there are some people that I will be marketing this to aggressively. Free the Dream 2020 will be marketed aggressively to every member of the AM group of the Next Level Mastermind, PM group of the Next Level Mastermind, and any of my one-on-one coaching clients that I've worked with. Ideally, I would love to have all 24 members of the Next Level Mastermind there and all 3 to 5 or however many one-on-one clients that I've directly been working with by that time. I'd love to have, and many of those people, by the way, are among the 21 who have tickets to Free the Dream. So, yeah, I'm thinking probably right around, what was it? I think the hard limit is 62 or 72. The hard limit is 72. And that's a biblical number about the number of disciples that Jesus sent out 2 by 2 and stuff like that. But I think the hard limit of 72 people at Free the Dream this year is what I'm going for. Ideally, I'm thinking in my mind that the perfect number might be right around 50. And I'm okay, like I said, if 21 come. That's just, those are my priorities. And because of that, my life is so simple. Marketing is simple. Life is simple. Content creation is simple. Everything is simple. I don't have to do a whole lot to manage this kind of approach. With the mastermind members, in the membership the way that it is right now, my recurring revenue is currently $24,500 per month as it stands right now. Now, some members, once they get beyond their 12-month commitment, could they drop out? Yes, and I would need to replace them. The good news is that anybody that was currently grandfathered in at the $1,000 price, when they leave, they'll be replaced with somebody who will pay the new rate of $25,000 a year or $2,250 a month. I do already have one member who's paying this rate. And I suspect that more are soon to follow. I currently have one spot available in the AM group. I currently have one spot available in the PM group. And on February 13th, I will have 2 spots available in the PM group because one other person is dropping out. He's been in the mastermind group for 14 months and has decided that he's signing up for this really high level, extremely high dollar a certification program that he's excited about. And he says, I hope to come back after this program's done. Whether he comes back or not, I don't bank on those things. He is a man of integrity. And so when he says he's coming back, I'll take him at his word. But I have had a number of people who says, I will be back. And of the 3 people who said they would be back, 1 has come back. So I'm not tied to that at all. And yeah, so I'm going to be and continue to work on this client creation method the same way that I've added the previous 7 new members of the mastermind group. I'm going to use the Prosperous Coach client creation method. That is the top priority for me. So really, when it comes to my to-do list, it's serving those existing clients well. Boom, mission number 1. Okay, mission number 2. Connect with people through the client creation method. And that requires only about 30 minutes a day of my time of connecting with people through social media. I typically will do more. But it also only requires 5 90-minute calls outside of facilitating mastermind calls with existing clients and or potential future clients that I've invited into my experience of 90 minutes of coaching, which, by the way, Pauline Stockhausen, I see that you put in here, love it, inside of the Facebook Live. Let me ask you this. Would you like a complimentary 90-minute coaching experience? If so, send me an email and I'll send you a link where you can sign up for it. I don't know if you're still in here watching live right now, but I did see that you posted inside of the Free the Dream community, and I'd love to talk with you. I know that you've recently had some stuff going on, and you've never had a one-on-one 90-minute full experience of my coaching before. I know that you and I have had a chat while driving through Auckland. So hold on one second. There we go. Had a little pain in my side. But yeah, so that and all of that is available, and I can carry out the number 1 priority in my business with nothing more than Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of my life being devoted to work. I could literally devote all of that. Occasional emails here and there, maybe on other days of the week, but that's I could even refuse to do any of that other than Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Having every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to myself. Aaron Walker's in the chat. He says, masterminds absolutely can transform your life. Way to go, Cliff. Keep up the great work. Aaron, thank you so much. That's Aaron Walker. He is from the Iron Sharpens Iron Mastermind, and he leads and facilitates many mastermind groups. So that's been going on. I love that. Now, I have been toying around with, I'm getting ready to go to San Diego, so I just announced and did a Facebook Live publicly to the entire community that follows me on Facebook. I put it on my YouTube channel. I put it on IGTV, I think. I also sent an email broadcast out to my entire mailing list, and I put a special audio episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show out announcing that I'm offering a one-day business mastermind. It's called the Next Level One-Day Business Mastermind. It's a $5,000 investment for an entire day on Saturday, February 29th. So this is one of those, that would be quote unquote one of those live event / workshop opportunities. And it is limited to no more than 5 participants. It'll be 6 total people, me being one of the 6. So myself and up to 5 people in San Diego for an entire day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and dinner to follow at Seasons 52 at Seaport Village in San Diego, California. That's one day before the launch of Social Media Marketing World, and I've put that out there. And so far, crickets. Which is fine. Actually, it's not been crickets. I've had, Cliff, that sounds exciting. I'm going to Social Media Marketing World in 2021 and stuff like that. And I had some other people, Cliff, congratulations. I hope it works well for you. Not had anybody that says, hey, Cliff, sign me up. I have had one existing member of the Next Level Mastermind says, hey, is there a discount for existing members of the Next Level Mastermind? And there is. By the way, if you happen to be hearing this and you're a member of the Next Level Mastermind, Next Level Mastermind, by the way, non-Next Level Mastermind members, it's $5,000 for this one-day experience. If you're an existing member, currently in good, there's only currently in good standing members. There's no such thing as not currently in good standing. If you are an existing member of the Next Level Mastermind, then yes, you can actually get in on this. It's $1,500. So a very significant discount. Let's look at this. Mark Mason is in the chat. He says, brother man, iron sharpens iron, and it makes super cool noise when you fight with it. Awesome. So Mark Mason, glad to have you here on the live stream. So anyway, I am working on that. I'm also here's the thing. I've got a couple more weeks before Saturday, February 29th. I've already booked my airfare to San Diego for, Friday, the 28th. So if 0 people sign up for that, not a big deal. It's not essential that I spend the day doing that. It's not essential for my financial success. It is something that I do dream of doing and would love to invest in between 1 to 5 human beings for an entire day in San Diego before Social Media Marketing World kicks off. I would love that. And if it happens, I'm going to be super excited, whether it's just one person, which I hate the fact that I just said the word just, whether it is one person that I get to invest in at the deepest level, or 5 people where we build a bond among ourselves that will be unbroken for the rest of our lives on this earth. I'm excited about either opportunity and what will happen in the shifts of people's beliefs and mindset about what's holding them back from the next area of life or the next season of life that God's calling them to. So I'm super excited about that opportunity. And that's, when it comes to the things that are on my to-do list, I should probably figure out, I should market this. I should do this. I should do that. It's like right now, my marketing has just been to create a single piece of content without a sales page. It says, listen, if you know my voice, you know what a mastermind is, you'd like to work with me, you'd like to spend some time, if this is already resonating with you, just email me. That's been my call to action. I'm going to give it a couple days, see how that happens, see if anything happens. If nothing happens from it, then I may choose to take my marketing of that live workshop to the next level, but not at the expense of first prioritizing my 90-minute coaching experiences, which lead to future members of the Next Level Mastermind and my one-on-one coaching. See how the prioritization works here. Mark says, I've attended the live one-day business mastermind. It is an awesome experience. Thank you, Mark. Yes, Mark Mason was at the very first ever Next Level one-day business mastermind, which was in June 2014 in Dallas, Texas. And it was the day before the very first ever Podcast Movement Conference. That was an incredible day. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. And then, of course, as we're getting closer to Free the Dream 2020, I will need to step up my planning of that and specifically getting serious about having some one-on-one conversations with existing members of the Next Level Mastermind and getting some commitments from them to come to Free the Dream 2020 because they're the only ones I'm aggressively marketing to. And by the way, those of you who are Free the Dream family members who have attended Free the Dream 2018 and have attended Free the Dream 2019, but you have not purchased tickets to Free the Dream 2020, I will not be aggressively marketing to you. I may send you out 1 or 2 marketing messages asking you, do you want to come? That's it. That will be my marketing. See, because my priority in marketing, my priority in time and effort and energy in building the business is my number one priority. Next Level Mastermind, one-on-one coaching experiences, or one-on-one coaching clients, and workshops are secondary, and Free the Dream marketing is down at third. But it's not that Free the Dream marketing is non-existent. It is just not primary in this season of my life. Aaron Walker says, anytime with Cliff will enrich your life. Well, thank you for that. And Aaron also says, Free the Dream will rock your world. And there's no doubt about that. Absolutely. It's Free the Dream, whether you're a faith-based, faith-oriented person or not, Christian, Islam, atheist, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you right now, from my perspective, I attribute to what happens at Free the Dream, it is a total God-inspired, God-ordained, godly, divinely led thing. And if you are more awakened and aware to truth beyond my understanding, the only thing I can tell you is that it is not something that I have created. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than all of us. It's bigger than everyone in there. And it is something that will rock your world. So thank you for that. Eric Nevin says, completely agree. Loved our time at Free the Dream 2018. Eric, thank you. So those are my priorities in my business. Those are the top 3 priorities in my business, and they're really the only 3 priorities in my business. Now, I have other priorities in my life that are equal to my number 1 priority in my business, which is the existing clients, and maybe even a little. Actually, they are elevated. Let me tell you what else is elevated. Being in integrity with who I am in this world and who I was created to be. If you want to call that putting God first, if you want to put that into my spiritual life, I don't like to put my spiritual life into a bucket that's separate from family and business because I am my spiritual life. So if I'll tell you what, I'm not ashamed to say it. My number 1 priority in life, above business and everything else, me. I am my number 1 priority in life. Taking care of me, loving myself, trying to understand who God created me to be and live into that and grow personally and professionally and relationally and in every area that God wants me to grow. I want to grow and learn. I want to set big goals, and I want to take actions that I hope will succeed, and I want to take what I learned from that and share what I'm learning. I want to take big bold steps that might risk massive failure, and I'm looking forward, and I will embrace the next time I fall flat on my face in public in front of everyone. Because I will also take what I learned from that experience and I will share it, and I will be better for it. I will have grown through it, and people will be able to hopefully avoid some of those mistakes as well. So I take a lot of time for me. A lot of time for me. I do a lot of loving on myself. I do a lot of self-care. I don't consider this to be selfish. I consider it to be a way that I know will allow me to show up in the fullest expression of who God created me to be. That's what it's all about. Loving myself so that I can love God with all of my heart, mind, soul, strength, and understanding, and so that I may then turn around and love others, my wife, my kids, my clients, the people who will never pay me for anything but need some hope in this world, my neighbors, my community, the people around the globe that I don't know that could benefit from the things and the resources that I have. All of that. I want to love others as I love myself. So me comes first. and me takes care of my physical and all this other stuff. Let's see. Late night internet. Mark Mason says, so disappointed. I was really hoping that I was your number one priority. Laughing out loud. Mark, you're certainly right up there, my friend. You're right up there. You're right. You and the members of the green room and a handful of friends that God has brought into my life are right up there, and I'd say you're right alongside and slightly just a notch above all of my paid coaching clients. But where it comes in my mind priority wise is it's me first. It's my wife second. It's my kids in a way that's appropriate. All right. And sometimes the best way I can serve my kids is by saying no to giving them from the resources that I have and just allowing them to run with those resources. Sometimes the best way for me to serve and show up for them is to say, yeah, I have this. No, you can't have it, but I can tell you how I got it. Would you like to hear? I'll support you in the ongoing pursuit of the things you want in life. But I will not hand you everything. I will provide you for the things that I feel in my heart that I'm supposed to provide and that God prompts me to provide. I'll give my kids great gifts, but I won't give them everything. Anyway, so it's kind of like this. And you know, the thing is it's not like, it's like, whoa, this is the priority, and it's this. I don't know. There's a lot of gray area about what happens if everything all happens at once. And I just deal with those cases as they come. I don't try to have all the answers ahead of time. But these are the priorities. I'm going to take a drink of this nice electrolyte powdered infused water. This thing is filled with magnesium, potassium, sodium. Good stuff. And it makes my voice deep after I drink it. I read something about people who like the sound of their own voice. There's a lot of people who don't like people who like the sound of their own voice. I thank God for this gift. Can I tell you authentically, one of my fears has been the thought that I'd lose this voice. This is a total side tangent, side note that most people don't know about. I have right here a tooth that needed to be taken out, and there were, I think there were three options. There was crown. No, crown wasn't an option. It was implant, bridge, and maybe I don't think crown was an option. So it was bridge or implant. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, I ended up getting what's called a bridge. And got it. Okay. Implant, which there was a lot of drawbacks and negatives to having an implant. And I heard a lot of horror stories about it. So I didn't go with the implant. But then there was the bridge, which is what I have. And the other option is just a temporary thing, is just this little thing that you put inside of your mouth, and it's kind of like a space. I think they call it a spacer, and it's a fake tooth that you just push up into your mouth, and it just sits there to hold the spot between those other teeth so they don't mess up. And that is obviously the cheapest one. And I wanted to take some time to think about, do I want an implant or do I want this bridge? I really wanted to research my options. And so for about 2 weeks, I had this device that you stick up in your mouth. The only thing is for this device to kind of stay in between those teeth, to get leverage to stay there. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can't do this. It put a thing up at the top of your head. It put a thing at the roof of your mouth. So it basically, it puts a plate at the roof of your mouth, which then holds this fake tooth in between those things. And it's not so bad as I can't close my mouth, but it did change the way I talk, so that I sounded a little bit like this. This might actually be just a little bit different than what it sounded like, but it's actually a very over exaggerated sound of how it sounded when I talked. It didn't sound nearly like that. But it did change the way my voice sounded. It changed the sound of my speech. And I'm like, this ain't happening. And so did I wear that spacer? Only when I slept at night. That was the only, there was no way. And so I walked around, there's like a 2-week period of time where throughout my day, I'm walking around and I am intentionally not smiling because I have this big old, I looked ridiculous. I had this big old gap in my teeth. So, and then finally I decided I went with a bridge, and most people would never know unless I tell you that. And then maybe you'd be able to see. Why did I share all of that? Because I took a drink of water and it cleared my throat and made my voice sound nice and smooth again. I'm terribly upset that this is my last drink of water, but not my last drink of water forever. I will fill this thing back up when I finish this piece of content. Life is good. Those are my priorities. The thing is, though, is when my life is this simple, it's real easy to make decisions about what I do, what I don't do, and stuff like that. But there's still lots of other things that come up. And what I'm going to do, and this could be very dangerous. I have done a little bit of work ahead of time to make sure there's nothing in my to-do list that's private that shouldn't be seen. But every now and then I just say, I don't need a to-do list. I don't want a to-do list. All I want to ask myself at the beginning of today is, if today were the last day of my life, knowing what my current priorities are, what would be the best investment of my day? Now, the thing is that's crazy because sometimes, well, if this was the last day of my life, would I really care about adding a new client 3 months from now? and thus the paradox of asking yourself that question. But really, what is given the state of my current priorities in life, what really are the best investments for me to make today? Knowing what my dreams, hopes, and goals are for the future, knowing what my current circumstances are, what is the next right things I should do today? And oftentimes that just doesn't get carried over from, sometimes it's something new that just pops in your brain when you were sleeping at night and you have a dream. And I'm sitting there saying that happens to you. I don't know if that happens to you, but sometimes what happens to me is that thing has never popped up before. It's never been on my to-do list. It's never been carried on from 3 weeks ago, every single day until today. And now it's the thing. No, I was dreaming. I woke up and I said, I think I'm going to do this today, regardless what's on my list. And so I literally go seasons of my life with no to-do list. And I like those seasons. So, anyway, there are seasons, though, where I realize that, hey, I want to make sure I don't drop too many balls. There's a lot of things juggling and a lot of ideas. And then all of a sudden what I notice is that I create a to-do list and I'm really good about spacing things out. But at the end of every day, my goal is never to check everything off my list that I set out on my to-do list. And it's like, swipe over, snooze that to tomorrow, swipe over, snooze that to tomorrow, swipe over, snooze that to tomorrow. And next thing you know, you get to where you are, language here, I get to where I am today. And that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring up my iPad screen here, I believe, if I am able, and I'm going to see if I can't share this with you. So this is my to-do list right here. On the top left-hand corner, the second item down, you see where it says today. And if you look at that, it says there are 23 items. My friends, it's Saturday. I don't work on Saturdays. And if you think I'm working right now, that's a whole nother podcast episode or piece of content for the web for another day, because I promise you, I am not working today. In fact, can I share something with you? Actually, no, I can't. I'm not going to share it because I won't be able to share the audio with you. So I'm not going to share. I'm not going to go down that tangent. I was going to go down the tangent of a Snapchat story that I created with my family today. It was a lot of fun about today is canceled. It was just like, listen, today's just fun. Today is me day. It is Saturday. It's also been dubbed me day. So it's prioritizing me. And sometimes what I do when I'm prioritizing me is I just sit and reflect on life, and I do things that I feel led to do and inspired to do. And right now, because one of my favorite things to do in this world, and this is for no business purpose whatsoever, I am simply having fun, and I fired up a Facebook live stream. I'm recording an audio episode of the Audio Journal, and I'm 41 minutes into that right now. And I'm talking about why I have a hate-love relationship with to-do lists. And by the way, you notice I call it a hate-love relationship because it's a reverse of what most people talk about, love-hate. And that prioritizes the love over the hate. I actually hate to-do lists more than I love them. But I do have a love for to-do lists and how they do keep me able to remember. They keep me able to remember. They also help me communicate publicly in a very professional way as well. So they also help me keep from dropping the ball on certain things in my life. But every now and then you start swiping and putting things off to tomorrow, and you come up to a Saturday where nothing should be scheduled, and you got 23 items on your to-do list. Okay, I don't know if you do. I'm sure this never happens to you. So I get to the place where this happens, and I wake up on a Saturday when I decide it's me day. And even if it wasn't me day, I shouldn't have anything on my to-do list, and I have 23 items. So I figure, let's pull this up, see what we can't do about this. So number one, get busy with connections to fill coaching slots. That's something I should be doing every day. And I see that this is on here. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over to recurring items. That should be a recurring item. And I'm going to change this to let's see here. Invest 30 minutes in connections to fill coaching slots. All right. And then I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put here on, let's see if we can't put on here every day. And we're going to put it on Saturday, February 1st. And now if I close that and if I go back to today, that should be down here. So that is, watch this. Let's just see if it's in here. There it is. Invest 30 minutes in connections to fill your coaching slots. So here's what I'm going to do is I've already been working for more than 30 minutes inside of the Free the Dream family. And so I'm going to consider this right now something that I have done. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. Is there a dream that you're currently pursuing in 2020? Something that is currently not a part of your life. Oh, by the way, this goes for the people inside of the Free the Dream family, and also this is also for the Audio Journal community. Is there a dream that you're currently pursuing or thinking about pursuing for the year 2020 or beyond that both excites you or scares you? That it would be nice if that would happen, but that seems to only happen for other people, and my circumstances in life probably just won't allow for it. If there is something that's not a part of your life, but you desperately would love to have as a part of your life, that you feel is supposed to be a part of your life, then what I'm going to ask you to do is send me an email, cliff@cliffravenscraft.com, and then put my dream in the subject line and send me that email. That's what I'm going to ask you to do. Send me that email. And what we'll do is you and I will have a time-shifted conversation via email. All right? And that could happen over the course of days. It could happen, of course, over weeks. We may have an ongoing correspondence for months or years into the future. That all depends on what God leads and prompts in the whole conversation. And who knows, what I'm saying is that it may not, but it may help lead me to discern that maybe you're somebody that God's put in my path that I should invite into one of these 90-minute coaching experiences. Complimentary, free, no cost to you, and no expectation, no obligation that you'll ever become a member of the Next Level Mastermind or a one-on-one coaching client or anything else. But the thing is I'm looking to connect with people to find out who those people are, but I'm also looking to connect with you even if that's not the case. And there's been a number of people that I've connected with in these one-on-one sessions that I didn't feel like, I don't know that I actually have a product or service that's a really great fit for where this person is in their life. So I don't know, but I am inviting anybody who is hearing my voice, seeing this video, whatever the case may be, is there something that's not a part of your life that you feel should be a part of your life? Is supposed to be a part of your life, and you're struggling to get it? Well, then email me, tell me what that is, and see if we can't just have let's start off small, let's just have a conversation via email and see where that goes. All right, so now I've just invested more than 30 minutes of my day that has opened up a connection, and so boom, I can say I've done that today. All right, let's go back over to my today list. So I'm going to go over here. Free the Dream 2019 video production, not happening today. I'm just going to move that off to tomorrow. I may get up tomorrow and process one more of those videos. It's not happening today. Chris Nelson, waiting for him to schedule either Saturday the 15th or the 22nd. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I have an email from Steven. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off my screen share real quick, and I'm going to do something here. I'm going to go to my Safari on my iPad, and I'm going to go to my email, and I am going to see Calendly, and I see that he has scheduled a coaching call for Saturday the 22nd. I'm going to mark that as cleared here. I'm going to go to my Google Calendar, and I am going to confirm that it shows up on my calendar for the 22nd, which, yes, that is a Saturday. And I will tell you what, it is a very rare exception that I will offer to meet with somebody on a Saturday. Chris Nelson's an existing member of the PM group of the Next Level Mastermind. He's also come and spent an entire day at a Day with Cliff with me. He's come to one of my Next Level one of my Next Level workshops. He's come to Free the Dream. This is an existing client that I'm glad to work around his schedule because of the things he's got going on. And so that's now confirmed in my schedule. And I'm going to go into my Day One app where I have things for him listed here, and I'm not sharing my screen for just a moment because I don't want anybody to see any notes that I have written in here about my relationship with Chris. But what did I just say that was? That was the 22nd. So I'm just making my notes in here, and now it's got coaching experience. It'd be nice if I could type and talk at the same time. And this is scheduled. All right, so that is now updated here, and I'm hitting done. And now I'm gonna go back to my to-do list, and I can turn on my screen share again. And now I can actually mark that one off my list. Mike Skiff, follow up. He will post a plan in Basecamp. See comment. I'm gonna follow up with that. That's a Monday sort of thing. That is important. And I'm just going to put that next week. It'll show up on Monday morning. Extra Prague trip bookings. Not going to happen today. Swipe that off till tomorrow. Mike Skiff, ask him to schedule a late February coaching experience. That is definitely going to be something that I follow up with on Monday. So we'll just push that. By the way, these are all the overdue things that have been pushed off. Sign up for this, and it's not an online course. It's a live course on conversational hypnosis. And I'm not ready to really process my thoughts on that yet. So I'm going to move that to next Saturday. Actually, I'm going to move it to Friday the 7th. I'll evaluate it then. So boom, done. All right, get a thumbnail for the Ray Edwards testimonial and upload it to YouTube. You know what? This has the white circle, which means it's super low priority. And I still want to do that someday, but I think I'll move that to next Saturday. That'll be a thing that I do because it's fun. It's not work, although I know it sounds like work. It's not. Frank Lipsky, waiting for him to schedule his next session. That's a Monday thing. I don't know how. I should have just hit next week when I didn't do that yesterday. Although these are all overdue from yesterday, so I didn't even look yesterday. Content. Okay, so I'm going to create a new category over here, a new project called Content Pending. Yeah. Do I like that? Content pending. Sure. I love it. And I'm now committed to it. All right. So content pending. And how about we give it a nice yellow color here and we do that. All right. So we do content pending. And we're going to go from today and we're going to drag content from Kim Rondina to content pending. We're going to do content from DJ Eshelman to content pending. There's 2 of those. And I am not recording either of those today. I may record them tomorrow. And of course, for me, creating content really isn't work. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not. So those things are moved and they're actually not in my inbox anymore. They're actually just content pending. And that's very helpful for me to know. Next, 3 financial focuses. Get back to my Ono account, Profits First Book, and 401k setup. Let's just put that on my thing to think about Monday. You can see my Monday is going to get super loaded here, aren't you? Grange Life Insurance. I need to call Grange Life Insurance and tell them, listen, I'm about 40 pounds lighter than when you gave me my policy. Drop my rates. So with that, I'm not going to do that today. I probably won't do that Monday. I'll see how my Friday the 7th is. If that doesn't get done, it's not a big deal. And then here is this is actually content pending. This is something for Stephanie. It's not my content; it's her content. And so I'm putting it there. And then let's go back to my to-do list. Hat full of topics for Thriving Mosaic. That's something I might do tomorrow, just for fun. Calendly setup. This is something that remains in my thing, and I really don't need to work on this until Stephanie actually is ready to invite someone. So this is a very low priority item, and it's not getting done until, let's say Wednesday. I don't know if I'll do it Wednesday or not, but that's the next time I'm going to look at it. Then Stephanie, follow up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what? Let's just put that as that's a little personal note for me to follow up with her, and I'll do that on Monday. Email inbox today. Email inbox 0. I don't want to do that today. I probably won't do it tomorrow, so let's just move that to Monday. Workout today is canceled, so today is my day of rest, so I'm just going to mark that off my list. Process paycheck paperwork. I got that from my accountant. It doesn't need to be done today. Today is a day I take off. I'm not working tomorrow either, and so we will move that to next week. Create a Zoom 1-day business This is like a future project. This isn't even like a big deal. And so let's just move that to Saturday the 5th. I don't even want to think about that. Actually, you know what? I don't want to think about that until after I get back from San Diego. So let's just think about that on Friday the 13th in March. All right. So I don't even want to see that again for a while. Mr. Rogers movie. When does this movie come out? I'd like to know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and actually, you know what? I don't want to do it there. Let's just go into app. Is there movies? Do I have them, or is there iTunes? No, I don't want that. How do you get to videos? No, I don't want that. Movies. Huh. Do I not have the movies? I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the App Store and go to here, and I'm actually going to do Movies Anywhere. Actually, I don't want that. I want movies from Apple. So I want the movies from Apple app, and I'm pretty sure that. Okay, so let's just do iTunes Store. I'm sure it's going to be there. And there's Movies Anywhere. I want that one as well. Might as well put Disney Plus on here. What other things do I hear? Story, stream movies and TV. Apple TV. Apple TV. I think Apple TV might be the home of Apple TV Plus. I actually have that. So let's just see. Is there any other apps on here I should have that I don't have on my iPad? I just bought this new iPad Pro 11-inch recently, and so that's why a lot of stuff's not on here. All right, so let's go to the iTunes Store. I want to see when Mr. Rogers is supposed to come out because I want to get some stuff. I'm going to do some content inspired by Mr. Rogers. So How about neighborhood? And I misspelled neighborhood. You like that? All right. Movies. Is there a thing in here for movies? Songs, albums, TV seasons, episodes, audiobooks, more. Movies. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Pre-order expected February 4th. And you know what? Pre-order that bad boy. I'm buying it now. All right. And so you have to confirm with the button. So I have to double click up here. And Face ID is being checked. And I just purchased A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. All right, so movie is pre-ordered. It's expected February 4th. So check this out. I go back to my to-do list, and I'm going to choose February 4th is the day that I'm going to do that. Boom. Contact Sprint to see if I'm getting the best deal on my cell phone plan. And I've got Jim Marcus's email address. He's my business guy over at Sprint, and I have no desire to do that today. I probably won't want to do that, let's just say until the 10th of January or February, and I probably won't want to do it then. 1 Day Business Mastermind, San Diego, Europe trip. I've already got things in here to work on. Let's see here. So let's just put on here Mastermind and see what we have. All right. And let's see here. Tasks is what I want. Mastermind. There, or is there? Actually, I want to see if it should have something on here. Market. All right. There is no task in here for market. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. This is 1 Day Business Masterminds. And then I'm going to take San Diego out because San Diego's already here. All right, so this is going to be future masterminds, and so this is not related to the one I'm doing on Saturday the 15th. So I want to push this off until after I get back from Social Media Marketing World, and let's just put this off until Friday, March 13th. That gets that out of my face. Now, is there really not, I could have swore, let's just look up San Diego. Seasons 52. So that's just dinner. Okay, so I can't believe I don't have this here. So I'm going to add this, and I'm going to put on here market, next level, 1 Day Business Mastermind in San Diego for Saturday, February 19th. Or 29th is what it is. Saturday, 29th. All right. And so that is, if I haven't sold enough things by then, it's currently on here for today. This is actually going to be, I'm going to put that as a priority number 2. Yeah, actually, you know what? It's right up there. So it's getting close. So let's put it there. Give it a little bit more effort and attention. Priority number 1. And let's look at when do I next want to consider doing something with this. And I'm going to wait until at least let's see here, Monday. So I'm just going to put it off till Monday. And now, get this. All of a sudden, today is a day where I have nothing on my to-do list, and today's my day off, and now I don't have to do anything. And so my to-do list is completely free. But if I look at my next 7 days and I look at tomorrow, you can see my recurring items up here. I Snapchat my family every day. I check Voxer every day. I work out every day except for 1 day per week. Invest 30 minutes in connections. You know what? I probably won't do that tomorrow. Actually, you know what? I don't care. I like connecting with people. I will do that. I may actually edit an episode or video from Free the Dream tomorrow. We'll just see how I'm feeling. Book extra Prague bookings. Flight to Stockholm. No, I'm not going to do that tomorrow now that I think about it. We will put that off until, let's just say, Tuesday. I doubt that I'll do it then. Content. Will that happen tomorrow? No, not likely, but maybe. I'll leave it. Stephanie, hat full of topics. Will I do that tomorrow? Probably, maybe. And then Monday. All right. That's my management. This, it's like, and yeah. So there you go. And there's my screen, and I'm coming back here, and that's This is why I have a hate-love relationship. It's like swipe, swipe, swipe. And it's real easy for me to not worry. I just went from 23 items on my to-do list today to goose egg 0. I don't need to worry. Some of that stuff I deleted. Maybe I deleted. Some of that stuff I moved off in a different way, changed priority of it, put it off to this date and the date that I put it on. I don't know that I'll care about it then. Each day I look at my to-do list and I'm like, sometimes I don't even look at my to-do list until like in the afternoon. To-do lists do not rule my life. I don't live by the to-do list. I live by the what's in my heart for today list. And that's really what I wanted to share with you. I actually you know what? I think this actually did work out as a great audio episode of the Audio Journal. I hope those of you in the Free the Dream family have enjoyed this. And I think I'm actually going to put it out there on my YouTube vlog. I think this might be a powerful piece of content for people who subscribe to stuff on YouTube. Would this have made a great episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show? Is there anybody still watching inside of the Facebook group for Free the Dream Family? I wonder if anybody's been watching this the entire time. And if you have, do you think this would have been a good audio episode for the Cliff Ravenscraft Show? That's a question worth asking. I think it makes a great audio journal episode, but I'm just not sure about the other. I know the video's good, seeing that stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it here in the Free the Dream Family. I'm going to put it over into my YouTube channel. And hey, if you like this kind of content, the whole purpose of me creating this is for the Audio Journal audience. I figured I went ahead and just also opened it up to the Free the Dream family. You guys each have special place in my heart as well. And but the Audio Journal and all this kind of stuff, this is me sharing behind the scenes stuff. I am consistently creating content for the Audio Journal, and it's for people who are true fans. If you resonate with the stuff that I'm doing in this world, you'd like me to continue to share authentically, transparently, the behind the scenes stuff, the things that I think about, all of this kind of stuff. If you really enjoy this and you'd like more of it for yourself, subscribable via a custom podcast feed, head over to mindsetanswerman.com/audio journal. And even if you don't have any desire to subscribe to the content in a podcast form, but you just want to say, hey, Cliff, I really appreciate what you do, head over to mindsetanswerman.com/audio journal and just go ahead and become a patron anyway. Just say, I'd love to support this. That's up to you. I'm not. Let me tell you, it's not my number one priority as far as financial income for my business, but it's kind of nice. Right now, just give you, if you want a transparent view of where I am on that, let's go to Patreon real quick and let's see where I am. Patreon.com. And if I get there and I log in, you can see right now I have 40 people who are contributing somewhere around $10 a month, some more. And it comes out to $385 per month after the fees and stuff like that. So I'm bringing in a whopping $385 a month for all of this extra content that I create in support for my community. Again, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it means a lot. I mean, that's 40 human beings. I love those 40 people in a powerful way. And if you want to become if you want to become the 41st person to support some of the work that I do in this world, you're not an ongoing client of mine or whatever, that's fine. But if you want to support, you can. It's over at Patreon. It's patreon.com/Cliff Ravenscraft, I believe. But you could easily get there by just going to mindsetanswerman.com/audio journal, and it'll take you right there. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I was like looking at it as if you're seeing the screen, and the reality is you're still looking at me. Well, okay, Audio Journal subscribers, you're not looking at anything, but I had a feeling like you guys were seeing that. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I hope you're enjoying your day off on Saturday as much as I am. Until next time, I encourage you to take everything you do to the next level. Bye-bye.
Mindset Answer Man.